Hello, beautiful people of YouTube. My name is Shreds, and in today's video, we're gonna go through my pull day. So I'm training back and biceps. Today we've got pull-ups, barbell rows, barbell curls, and rear delt flies. I'm gonna take you through my warm-up. I'm gonna show you some tips and tricks that I use on my warm-up sets to prepare for heavier weight. And I'm gonna show you a little bit about my technique and why I go all the way down on every single pull-up. To start off, we're gonna use this very light resistance band, and I'm gonna do some band dislocations. Now don't let the name scare you. All you're doing on these is just opening your shoulders up. And if you watched my push workout, you'll notice that I really like this for warming up my shoulders. Regardless of what I'm training, whether it's a push day or a pull day, I always start with band dislocations, because any time throughout the day that you're spent hunched forward, whether you're on your phone or at a desk or you're eating, this helps to correct that posture of being hunched forward. Open up your chest, open up your shoulders, and get your back ready to train hard. If you're hunched forward, you're not going to be strong when it comes to pulling, so opening up those shoulders should be your #1 priority. I usually start off with about 20 of these, slow and controlled. If I feel any spots where there's tension, I'll take my time and breathe through them. So, just like that, reaching out in front of me as far as I can, and then we'll do some external rotations. Notice my elbows are pinned to my sides, and I'm just taking my thumbs out as far as I can. I'll do probably 10 of these. And once my shoulders feel nice and tight, well, I guess tight's the wrong word. Once you feel some blood flow in your shoulders, then it's time to go to the pull-up bar. Now you'll notice I have this little step stool because I'm not 6 feet tall. You know, technically I'm 5'9" and 3/4, and that last quarter would have been nice, but it is what it is. So on these, to start off, I'll take off my shirt so you can see. We're gonna do hanging shrugs, and I showed this a bit in the push workout video, but I'd like to go a little bit more in depth since it's a pull day. When most people do pull-ups, they don't go all the way down. What I mean by this is they're still here. I like to relax my shoulders all the way and just hang for a little while. Then from here, I'll think about pulling my ears and my shoulders apart. So my shoulders come down and out. My arms stay straight, and I'll just do a few reps like that. And what I'm doing here is I'm warming up my rotator cuff. So by doing that on the first set, I'm reducing my risk of injury because I'm training my shoulder to fully extend at that bottom position without any impingement. If you've got pain in the shoulders, you need to be hanging. If you can train the proper relationship of the muscles within the shoulder, it will alleviate that pain. All right, now we're gonna do one set of just bodyweight pull-ups. I'm only gonna do a few reps here because I'll do most of my warm-up reps with added weight. Now, if you can only do bodyweight, this is where you would start your working sets. But even if you can only do bodyweight, I would still recommend doing some slow reps. Really getting a full stretch at the bottom, a full squeeze at the top. And that's all I'm gonna do for body weight. It's just getting a full range of motion, making sure that everything feels good. Making sure that when I pull, it starts with my shoulders coming down and then my arms pull. So what that looks like from this perspective is I start here, shoulders come down, then my back is engaged. That's how you're gonna be most powerful, and that's how you're gonna prevent injuries. So we're gonna take a couple minutes rest, we're gonna throw on some weight, and I'll get back to you. All right, so now we're gonna start adding some weight on these warm-up sets. This is my second warm-up set, because the first one I just did a couple body weights. Now I'm gonna add 35 pounds. And today our working sets are gonna be at 70 pounds. So This is just the halfway point. I'm gonna do 1 set with 35. Just get like 3 or 4 reps to make sure it feels good. And then from there, I'm gonna go straight into my working sets. Now, I really don't believe in too much volume on your warm-ups. I think you should be fresh, but I think of priming the central nervous system, more so familiarizing yourself with the movement and creating the intention for intensity. Focus on what you actually want to improve and put all your effort into that. So here I'm getting a real solid grip. I'm imagining this is the actual working set. I'm taking a big breath. And I'm moving with a focus. I'm moving with a purpose. I'm not fatiguing myself. I'm just feeling the weight and affirming my confidence of, yes, I can handle this amount of weight. I can do more weight than this. I can be explosive with this amount of weight. So I'm gonna double the weight, and then we're gonna go into the first working set, and on that set, I'm gonna drive to complete failure till I can't even get a half rep. But I'm gonna go all the way down, all the way up on every repetition. Another thing to keep in mind is to have plenty of rest in between these sets, especially on pull-ups. Let's get into this first working set, and as always, we pray before we perform. I've got 70 pounds here. My goal is at least 6. I would like at least 6 repetitions with this weight. Now, if I could get 8 or 10, oh my goodness, I'd be over the moon. But the thing with rep ranges is they're important for tracking your progress, but as far as performing, I think the best thing that you can do to consistently make progress is just train to legitimate failure with every ounce of intensity within your body. Let's get into it.
That's 5, 6, 7. You said you'd be happy with 8. Legitimate failure, babe.
Okay, so that was as many as I could get with 70 pounds. I'll take 7 with 70. And we're just gonna stay at this weight and get a few good sets. I like to aim somewhere between 2 to 3 sets on pull-ups before I move on to barbell rows. I just feel like barbell rows are great, but they are a little bit more taxing on the body as compared to a traditional pull-up, because you have to stabilize a whole lot more and you're bent over, so it's harder to breathe. And I also move a lot of weight on barbell rows, so to even get it off the floor, I'm using glutes and hamstrings, and I'm taking away from my arms and my back actually performing the exercise. We're gonna rest for about 3 more minutes, 4 more minutes, and then we'll get into the next set. All right, we're about to do the second working set. First set was good, we got 7 reps. So I'd like to get at least 6 on this set. Rarely ever are you going to be able to do the same amount of reps on the second set, but you could try. I just know myself on this exercise, and after the first set, I'm not doing more reps on the second set. Those are things that you learn about yourself with time. But all I really care about is getting 6 reps and going to like legit failure.
One, 2, 3, 4. Let's get one more. 5, 6.
I'll take 6 though. 6 is pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna do one more set, and then we're gonna move on to barbell rows. I think I'll do some deficit rows today. We'll see. All right, this is the last set on weighted pull-ups. After this, we're gonna move on to deficit barbell rows. Now, my general rule of thumb is start off your workout with lower repetition and higher weight, and then as the workout continues on, more reps, less weight. So I'm going for 6. I've still got 70 pounds here. We'll probably end up doing 2 plates on rows, maybe a little bit more, but we'll see.
Three, 4, 2 more to 6, 5, 1 more to 6.
Feel pretty good. I did a little bit of shrugs at the end there, just to help the shoulders get used to the weight. Not that it bothers them, it's just I find if you can get extra time spent hanging, your shoulders are just gonna be that much stronger. So it's worth it. We're gonna move right on over to barbell rows. And I'm gonna start with just regular, just do a couple reps on these. I like to focus on starting off nice and tall, shoulders back and down, sitting my hips back, keeping that bar close, and then pulling to the bottom of the rib cage, between my nipple and my belly button. That's where you want your barbell rows. Now today, I'm gonna do some deficit barbell rows. So I'm gonna take this little platform here, and I'm gonna use it to help me get that much deeper. Now, it really doesn't make a difference since I don't have weight on it yet, but when you've got those big 45-pound plates, they restrict your ability to get down here and really move the weight through a good range of motion. On these, I don't go from the bar to the 25, I just go straight to a plate. Now, if you can't row 2 plates, don't do that. Go to the 25, or even start with the 10s. If if you can't do the 25. But you'll see what I'm talking about and why I like using this little platform here. So when I'm rowing, if I'm just rowing off the floor, that right there is as far as I can stretch. But if I'm rowing on this platform, this is as far as I can stretch. So I can get a much greater range of motion on the back and train the back with a greater intensity. All right, on these right here, what I'm gonna focus on is slinging the weight. And that is not a very scientific term. It's called training hard. All right, so you're probably noticing this is not the most strict technique on a barbell row. I really don't think it matters. I mean, if you're inexperienced and have a weak back, yeah, don't go throwing around weight that you can't handle. But if you're reasonable and you start small and you build slowly, you can use some momentum to get the weight up and then control the stretch, control the negative portion to really train your lats better. So I'm not gonna use strict technique, but I am going to get some serious intensity in this set.
That's good.
Hands are starting to get sweaty. So you'll notice I did hook grip on that set. And that really helps to get extra reps.
Seven, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Feel it on the thumbs. All right, we have done our compound exercises for today, so now we're gonna get into our bicep curls. You'll notice my grip, it's a little bit outside of my shoulder width, palms up. I'm not gonna have the strictest form because all I really care about is controlling the negative. So on the first few, form's gonna be nice and tight.
That's it, push, push. Nice.
Pretty good set. On these, don't be afraid to use a little bit of momentum, especially towards the end there. You can get a little bit of a kick without throwing your back out, you know. You shouldn't be like this, trying to do a curl. but you can get a little bit of a movement to get it up. Because really what we're trying to do is get the weight up and then control it down slowly. That's where the fibers are gonna tear. That's where you're gonna build the most strength. So get it up, control it down. Go heavy.
Nine, 10, 13, 14, one more. No?
I'm fried. Okay. That's it for today's video. Thank you for watching. Did you enjoy the video? If you did, be sure to show your support by leaving a like, dropping a comment down below, subscribe to the channel for more, turn on those post notifications so that you get notified every time that I upload. I'm Shreds. Hope that you have a blessed day. I'll see you in the next one.